Hello, everyone. With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. On Thursday, we told you more about a new initiative at the Health Services Authority that begins on January 1st, 2016. It involves improving patient care and helping patients find ways to pay for their health care. Today, we hear from Dr. Courtney Cummings about what drives up the cost of our health care. Officials at the Health Services Authority tell us they strive to provide their patients with the best health care and experience possible, but it comes with a cost.
The cost of health care has increased significantly over the last several years, not only here in the Cayman Islands, but throughout the world. Indeed, the cost of health care, the rise in cost, is as a result of a number of factors, and I will mention a few of them. One, the usage of new patient models. What do I mean by that? I simply mean that years ago, maybe 15 years ago, we would use paper records. We'd write notes on patients. Now, in most jurisdictions, we tend to use electronic health records. And that is beneficial because the records are better kept. They are less prone to destruction. They can be transmitted from one location to another easily, and they're easily read. So electronic medical records have increased or improved the method of delivery of health care throughout the world. And that comes with a cost, of course. The other important thing to mention here is that the purchase of modern equipment, and they tend to be more expensive. For example, CT scans and other machines we use in intensive care unit, they're more costly, but they provide much more information for the patients and therefore better care for the patients.
Dr. Cummings says new and expensive medications on the market now are much better than they were 10 years ago, and it's another element driving up the cost of caring for our health. But so is the cost of hiring the best staff.
In many locations, hospitals are actually closing the doors now or even cutting back on their services because of cost, the issue of cost or the lack of financing. And so since we do not have or we cannot consider closing our doors at the Health Service Authority, we are asking our patients to work with us so that we can be able to fund some of these newer machinery and new technologies that we want to give to them as they need them.
Again, the Health Services Authority's new payment initiative gets underway on January 1st, 2016. And patients are reminded that if you don't have insurance coverage because you're not working or are indigent, you can contact the Needs Assessment Unit or find out the various other ways to pay for your health care at the Health Services Authority. Well, today is the deadline for those who are interested in being on the new Conditional Release Board. In early November, Her Excellency the Governor advertised for members for the new board. CIGTV spoke with Mr. Peter Goff, Strategic Advisor to the Deputy Governor, who tells us more about the new law and regulations which board members will work with.
We were advised by the old Human Rights Committee and legal advice that we needed a law to actually underpin the whole system of parole and conditional release. Why are we doing it? Well, the existing reoffending rate is approximately 70%, which is far higher than the rest of the Caribbean and far higher than the US. So as part of the National Security Council's reducing crime strategy, there are 3 prongs to that strategy. The first prong is early intervention, which the Education Department are focusing on. Enforcement obviously is part of that strategy, but the third strategy was reducing reoffending. So the Conditional Release Law and Regulations is actually the government's response and to operationalize the reoffending, reducing reoffending.
If you're interested in being on the new Conditional Release Board, you have until the end of business today to do so. For further information, you can contact Mr. Peter Goff on 244-2439 or email him on peter.goff, that's G-O-U-G-H @gov.ky. And of course, we invite you to join us on Monday when we hear more from Mr. Goff and when the new law will be put in place and who it applies to. Well, the 2015 CUC-sponsored Pan in the City Steel Pan Showcase draws hundreds of spectators to the harbor. The annual event kicked off Pirates Week in the Cayman Islands. Dozens of children who play the steel pan competed while adult players helped to entertain the crowds on Thursday night. Spectators tell us the night was enjoyable for all, including the many school children who played the instrument and performed. Tonight, thousands of people are expected in downtown Georgetown for fireworks at 8. The Pirates Week 5K run starts at 3:30. There's the food festival until 2 in the morning. The children's Pirates and costume competition, as well as the Miss Festival Queen competition, will be followed by the street dance, all happening tonight on Harbor Drive. On Saturday, the float parade begins at 3 p.m. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Of course, don't forget to tune into Radio Cayman's talk shows. That's For the Record week mornings and Talk Today week afternoons. I'm Donna Bush, as always, wishing you a wonderful and safe weekend and hoping you'll join me back here again on Monday. Until then, bye-bye for now.